check this out. There we go. Okay, I think I solved it. Give it a moment.
There we go. Okay, I think I solved it.
Thank you, Bill Dussinger. Had no idea there was no sound.
Thank you, Bill.
All right, what I was saying about where that went.
I had no idea.
And Pillsbury. See, this letter. You can tell this letter in this butter cookie cookbook. The this letter was written to me. Can you see that? Obviously. Where am I hearing sound when I have this? Oh, I see what I did. Okay. No, it's not working. There we go. Whoop. All right. Yeah, it was written right to me because she signed it, right? She signed it. This is really, she signed it. Dear friend, she even drew a bee for me. Ann Pillsbury was the greatest person ever in human history. It's just neat that all these little bees were drawn. I thought that was nice. Back when cartoonists had jobs before computers and AI took them all away. Captain Billy's Whiz Bang is used to be the book. This is hilarious. Imagine someone putting this today. Don't shoot. Life is worth living while you get the Whiz Bang Winter Annual. This is from, well, a nice painting. Yes, rather bawdy jokes. I think I have two of these. And they're from, I think, the 20s. Theodore Roosevelt is quoted, so it was after he was president. There's a date. I think there's a date. I haven't looked at this in years. I just pulled it out of a box. 1925. So there's ladies and women's. I hope there's nothing in here that is too much drippings from the faucet. Okay, there it is. May 1st, 1925. So 101 years ago, this book. Nice little cartoons. Look at that little illustration right there. How about that? Yeah, get AI to do that for you, huh? But there are all kinds of jokes. And yes, this was something that men would buy in certain places, in certain areas, but they're very hard to find. I got this probably 20 years ago because I wanted to see what one actually looked like, and I bought one. But it's full of artwork. So they kept artists busy, and they kept writers busy, especially writers of humor. So that was a neat thing. And I'm tickled. I thought I lost them in my move. And I'm pretty sure I had two. All right, what am I drawing? Hello, Andrea. Don't look at what I was just showing. Here, this is a nicer thing to look at. The Wekiva River we were just talking about. Wekiva River. This is a little booklet I have about the Wekiva River. Things to do. Again, look, illustrators who actually drew and got paid for it. What a concept. Thing becoming quickly a thing. Just saw a red-shouldered hawk when I was pulling in, swooping through. Always nice to see them. Where is this? I was in Seville, Florida, listening to a writer who has written a book called Cow Creek Chronicles. I'm wondering about the content because the fellow had knowledge, but it seemed he said he was writing about an area he hadn't been in 55 years. That when and there were some mistakes he would say, some historical mistakes. I can kind of let those go, but he should know a little better, I would like to hope. Anyway, nice little booklet that used to come out. These are like these old Hallmark books you get in Hallmark, when they hope you're feeling well, get well soon, happy day, birthdays, little booklets they used to have. That's what this is. And this is from the same, I believe this is from the 70s, late 70s. Okay, enough of this. What am I drawing? I've been going nonstop on Swampy Book project, which goes to press tomorrow morning, and maybe picking it up Wednesday. In which case, I'm letting folks know if I go in Wednesday, I'm going to do a stop at Beefy King around 12:30 or so. All right, so now we're talking about Beefy King. We're talking about kings. Am I tilting here? Oh, all right, here we go. And how are you all doing? Bill Dussinger, did you do, who did I just see die? Oh, Neil Sedaka. I'm sure you did something about Neil Sedaka. Good pal of mine, Peggy Peters, is a huge Sedaka fan. He had just done, I happened to have seen a song he did live just about 4 or 5 days earlier because I connected to him. I'm not actually a big fan of Sedaka. Those kids and their rock music, a little much for me. I have no idea I'm drawing a king. I have a sticker on the back of my car of Beefy King, and I was talking to my friend Kathy Bailey, who I had lunch with or dinner with or whatever it was, about how what's good about having those stickers, and Andrea, this is a good thought, is to get a sticker, but don't make sure it's not square or circular. Make sure it has a shape to it, maybe one color. But put it up in the top left-hand corner of your car. So if you're in a parking lot and you're not sure where your car is, it's a good way to spot it. But don't make it square and circular. That'll throw you. Something that's a little like Beefy King's is with here has the roast beef. The bull has a crown and it has that on it. And that this is white on a dark window and it sticks out from a distance. And of course, there's the bull underneath. But that's a good idea. Bill Dussinger, your graphic shop, could do that and give them away or something. It's a good idea. And that's why I have a Beefy King thing on it. Also to advertise Beefy King, of course. I don't know why I'm giving this bull glasses. Bulls are hard to draw. In fact, I think I messed this one up already. Oh, one thing, I need to give him ears. I'd show you, can I show this? Yeah. I don't make too much of a bloody mess. Here's one of the pages to the Springs Fest coloring comic book. It's the original. Oh gosh, it's made a black mark. I'll have to do something with that. Here's this. What are you all up to? What, Bill? What are you doing? Andrea, what do you have around you? Talk to me, or type a message. Use that keyboard. Yeah. Actually, it looks less like a bull than I don't know what that looks like. Cows and horses, or I could do horses. I've always never been able to get a cow down. I don't understand it. There are alligators to no end. Y'all want to type something? Let me know what's happening. Give me something to spring from. Well, this kind of falls. The Cow Creek Chronicles are mostly about cattlemen. And most of the audience were farm folks, which we have all over Florida. Mountains, I'm working on a poster for the Dupree show. What's a Dupree? We have a lady named Diane Dupree in this here in Marion County. And how are your family doing up in the mountains of Cleveland, North Carolina? Tennessee, What's wrong with me? I was just on the phone an hour and 20 minutes ago with Angie Thomas, who's having a big medical procedure tomorrow. I'm sure she would appreciate all prayers. She's having her rotator cuff. My friend Judy Delk had that happen, and she didn't listen to doctors who said, don't do nothing. You take the time off and you relax. She went and did stuff anyway, and here we are. She broke her arm the same 2 months before I broke my arm, and she is still having problems today, to the point that she had to have a rotator cuff replaced. Now, I'm not quite clear why Angie is having that done, except she has what they call long-term COVID, and I think that has to do with it. '50s doo-wop. See, you kids and your music, your rock music. I tell you, it'll bring you all down. It'll be the downfall of all. You'll be the downfall. You and Neil doo-wop, what's Dupree and Neil Sedaka will kill the country. They must be stopped at all. Actually, who's pointing this out? It was a Mark Stein in his program on Serenade Radio that one of Neil Sedaka's big hits was 60 years ago, a few days ago. It was just one of my mother's favorite songs was written by Neil Sedaka, and that was "Stupid Cupid." My mother had, and I have the 45. I have the 45 in this room with me right now. Is of course by Connie Francis. Still rock music, degradation. Yes, Angie's very nervous about it, but she's had a worse problem. She suddenly had no one to help her get to and from the hospital. Turns out, if you don't know this, Andrea, Uber will not take you, or the hospital will not accept people being brought in by Uber or let them be released to Uber. I think that has to do with contracts with contractors in the ambulance, EMT stuff. But if those coloring comic books are ready Wednesday, I'll be heading into Orlando to pick those up and then try to meet with some friends at Beefy King. Trying to meet with folks especially those I haven't seen in a long time, just because I've had so many die around me recently. I was going to try to draw Neil Sedaka, and I realized I don't really know what Neil Sedaka looks like. I can just say it is. And well, who cares? It was neat, though, he did so many live programs on Facebook. What's, I think, even more fascinating is how many people didn't know about it. I was going to spend this whole program speaking about Cab Calloway, but I think you youngsters are a little young for talk about old Cab. And oh, the other one. Now, my mother's favorite, one of my mother's favorite songs was "Stupid Cupid." My grandparents' favorite song was "Tennessee Waltz," and perchance Mark Stein pointed out that. Since December 30th, I think, or somewhere around there, to this point, in 1950, that was the number one song, was Tennessee Waltz, which was my grandparents' favorite song, which I think Andrea sings every day. Yeah, she's over at the Rococo Lounge there at the Boulevard and First Street. You can see her nightly around 8 p.m. Make reservations. One of my favorite versions of Tennessee Waltz is by Catalina Valente, who does a German version of it. It's just terrific. Oh no, it wasn't Catalina Valente. It was forget her name. A British singer. I can't think of her name right at the moment. Great version, and she does it all in German, and with a real kind of swing sound to it, but not that that raucous rock stuff. Rock stuff. And Catalina Valente died last September, I think. 96 or something. Greatest singers of the world in our human history. She could sing 10 or 12 languages. There's a great clip on YouTube. I may have mentioned this before on YouTube of her and Bing Crosby. And she sings song after song, each one in a different language. One's in Japanese, I believe. She and Crosby just kind of standing there. This goes on for about 5 minutes. All right, what else am I doing here? I hope you know the song, Stupid Cupid. Stop picking on me. What else can I do here? Just type stuff in there. Or you type mountains. We do something else with mountains. Oh gosh. Of course I can flip this over and do something with a mountain. Oh, I can't because this is not. My favorite thing is to show someone clinging on a mountain. I haven't done that in a long time. I've got a lot coming up this week. Tomorrow I'm helping with a meeting, and then was going to be getting some shelving for the storage room to put better organized and get things ready to move. And then Wednesday, I may be in Orlando all day. Thursday, pack and get ready to go because I am on the road Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I tell you, this is all this stuff here. This is all stuff I learned from Neil Adams when I was about 10 years old. It is. Studying. I don't remember. I haven't really looked at it since. I'm not even sure where I saw this. It was something with a cliff and someone hanging off. I used to do drawings. When I was doing the caricature drawings, I'd draw someone hanging off and they would just be fascinating. That's not as well done as I've done it in the past. And I don't know who's hanging around. I want to write something down. Put something in the text thing. I put the Duprees, but I don't know what they look like. Maybe this is a superhero. Yeah, Angie was in the spot trying to find a way to get to. She has to have the operation tomorrow, and she thought she had everything. It was kind of like what happened to me in the house situation a year ago. Everything was arranged. Everybody was, but it turns out that suddenly the people who were going to take her, couldn't. Did decide they wouldn't. They couldn't. Well, that's weird. What am I doing? So if it was a superhero of some sort, this is not the way to do this. Oh, because I had too big already. He's got a mask. I mean, we'll make it a little more cartoony than not. Got some book illustrations to get cleaned up and ready for next week. And I'll be at the Antiquarian Book Fair Saturday and Sunday in St. Petersburg. Lots of books. Cheryl Cornelius, how dare you? I wish I could get y'all. I just get to y'all. And if y'all can come to Beefy King, I know it's a haul. And I'm not even sure I'm going to be there Wednesday. I got to find out if Carl can have the books ready. I'll tell you, free Springs Festival books to anyone who comes to Beefy King. I just invited an old City Hall employee. Today or yesterday, marked 20 years since I've moved to this county. Left my government job. but I don't see how I could get out. I'm not even sure if I'm going to get to my PO box Wednesday. It's going to be a real beat the clock because I've got to be out in Apopka. It's the last chance I'll probably have to help my friend Christine, who just got endorsed by the Sentinel, which can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. She's happy about it. She's been really attacked. It's funny, no one's yelling that this is anti-women, but they're really going after her, and it's silly. Okay, let's make. I'll give myself a challenge. I don't know if I've tried drawing this before. What if this fellow was stretched between two places? Okay, now I got to make him look. Oh crud! Don't know if I can pull this off. Let's see. We'll find out. Make this look right. That's the other thing. And I think it was a pencil drawing in a Green Lantern Green Arrow, but I've looked for it and I can't find it. He did some rock drawings of cliffs, and it was a pencil drawing. It was one of those. It was definitely in a comic book. It's not one of the newer books. It's from 1970 something, 72, 73. That's such a huge effect on me that I'm doing this right now. I did a ton of caricatures with people hanging off cliffs just because it really would razzle dazzle folks. How are you doing, Cheryl? Where y'all up to? How'd the bank robbery go? You all get it. Don't forget my cut. Always leaving me out. And Cheryl's always leaving me out of getting my cut, and I have to go to management and complain. They put a letter in her file, and yeah, if y'all, bank robbery now it's a big corporate thing. Yeah, it's a big, it's not being handled by, the big world international companies now. I have no idea what's going on here. It's just ridiculous what this is. But I got an idea. Oh, I start drawing a cape and then stop drawing a cape. Now, if I was penciling this, I would have made sure the kitten was shown much higher. I've got a little too obscure. But maybe there's more than one. Of course, I have the fellow looking down. Anyone else want to write something? Fine, be that way. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. It was a mistake. How's that? I'm sorry, if I've been drawing this off screen, you gotta write something up there. Let me know because I don't remember. Okay, there we go. There we go. Why did the kitten cross the great divide to get the cat chow? Chow, chow, chow. No, I'm actually not in favor of catnip. Most of the reason I'm against things like catnip for humans. We can be happy by ourselves. We don't need it. We can actually be happy, not falsely happy, but actually happy. Can you all come to Beefy King on Wednesday if I go? I think Carl will probably have it ready. Because then he doesn't have to mail it. I just have to make the long drive over. But then I can help my friend run as she runs for city council or county mayor, city mayor, whatever it is. I'm too dedicated. I need to start hating. I hate everybody there. Now leave me alone. If you see the picture I put on Facebook, that's my friends Kathy and Martha. Both Kathy and Martha are born and raised New Smyrna Beach 82 years ago, 81 years ago, something like that. Martha's going to move, though her family is not in the state, as so many family members tend to, as everybody tends to leave Florida. Dirty secret no one's supposed to know. Well, her family, her children are now in Virginia, and so she's going to go out over there, move over there after a lifetime in Florida. Some creature, I don't know. I'll probably about 12:30. Uh-oh. Oh, good. I'm glad Elaine's working. Good. No, so you won't be able to. And the intent is to waive signs from 3 until 6 or 7. It'll have to do with how long I could stand doing it because my energy level isn't what it could be. And this is scaring me because I have the book fair coming up this week, and that is intense. And I'm staying at a friend's house who's never had me stay with them before, and I just don't want to get too exhausted. I figure that may occur. I'm really going to try to do a live. I did one, I guess, last year somehow, especially if anybody can help me. Now, my friends Billy Morgan and I think Leanne are coming. I might nab somebody, see if they can help me do a live. My friend Lorianne Tallarico will be there. Now, she's more likely to help me with that. I'll try to do a live. But it'll be here, I believe. It'll be on YouTube, not on Facebook. We'll see. See if I do anything. See you later, Andrea. I don't think Andrea could come out, BFK. And I'm like, I can't really stay very long. I got to be out of there so I can get to. As I said, I may not even have time to do my PO box. It's going to be. I do want to help out. So the election. The election's going on now. Mail-in ballots and personal. You can go into. I think the next week is this coming week is what off-site voting, whatever. Final ballot tally is March the 10th. 9 days. So there are your mountains. And a monster. Just for fun. So I'm not sure. Right now, I don't know if when I'll next do a live. I didn't do a live the entire month of February till yesterday. That's not something I intend to do. Might do it for the book fair otherwise. Maybe the week after, but I'm not sure. The week after that, I don't know either. I'll definitely gonna be moving here, so during that time, I won't do a live. I don't believe. That probably won't be till April, though. I've got to get myself put together here so I can go do that. Because I've been going nonstop on this little Springs Festival book. Now I got to clean up stuff. Hopefully that looks okay for what it's worth. Thank you all for watching. Get a chance, thumbs up. I'm saying this now. Thumbs up. Where's my little arrow thing? There it is. Bing, if you have a chance to thumbs up, thank you. I'll go ahead and stop. It's got kind of quiet here, unless y'all have something else to say. Some weird superhero guy's got his. How's that? Let me get a look from the screen. Always tells me whatever. This just needs to be a lot more. It's just not standing out enough. that look? So I've got a wire here. I can't really see it, can you? Let me get out of here. There we go. That's better. Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully I'll get this posted sometime. Hopefully next few days or so. Otherwise, I will see you all later. Maybe get. Of course, you never know when I might just do a live just off the cuff this week, and then maybe during the book fair. If not, maybe the week after. See y'all later. Rob Smith here. Take care. Bye bye.